Cool, we got the... It's tight. Yeah. All right, let's start from here. We will, again, I've gone over this quite a few times, but a caveat, let's put it out there. First things first, let's show, this is from the DayZ developers. This is one of the spots here for Livonia. We're going over Livonia again, some other spots we haven't covered yet, and to give us a heads up for our DayZ players here, because this is supposed to be coming out November 13th. Very soon, or soon enough, about a month and change away. But there's no way for us to tell what's what yet. So they did say in the tweet here, and I have covered this before, but they did say, and I just clicked over it. What a tea bag. Where is it? I'm probably there we go. Livonia announcement. It said it was based on the Arma 3 Contact expansion, which means there'll be a lot of similarities, but there'll definitely be some changes, as we've shown right here. 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 Our lovely location here that shows the church, but there's something on the hill in the other image here that's not currently in the one we're looking at, but everything else is the same. So, and again, that matches up with, okay, there's going to be baseline stuff. So for the most part, the map should stay, like the main city should stay the same. There could be some additions as we've already seen on the hill, which makes a lot of sense. Obviously, there's going to be bears. My guess is the bears will be in this bottom half, right? That would make the most sense if it's going to follow a logical pattern. Now, without rambling too much here, let me try to tie this in. So we're not really sure where the spawn zones are. And that's kind of why I want to hit this foresty area so we have some visual points of reference. So if we're walking around or just to get orientation, because obviously in Chernarus for DayZ, it's a bit easier because if you're next to a big body of water, you know where you are. But again, to loop back around to the main idea here is in Chernarus, the spawn points are on the shoreline. And again, with it being a 3 or 4 tier loot system, everything on the shoreline is like a tier 1 type loot, and as you start to move in these different layers, it would be tier 2, and then as you get closer to the airfield, that'd be tier 3, and then airfield and up into the corner would be tier 4, the best loot, potentially. So with that kind of organization of the map, the question is tier 1 down here as I'm following my cursor, as you're following my cursor here, is it down here in this forest area? Right? Left to right? Or is it more towards, let me bring it up, towards the top of the map, following this body of water, right, through the major cities? I don't know. Or is it a combination of those things? Is it just on like one side of the map here? Like where are those easy zones? So another reason why I really want to go through and show these cities so at least we kind of have an idea of where the major veins of traffic could flow, or just even if you're not following the road, it's going to give you an orientation to say, look, I'm here and I'm going in this direction. So we've covered other locations in previous videos that I've done. Be sure to check those out on my channel and the DayZ Highlights playlist. I try to make them pretty visible. Let me see if I actually have it up here. Yeah, we have some right there. They should be towards the top of the list, but again, if you're looking for that, it's in the description below. But yeah, let's see if we can't get down here by G something, and then we'll kind of go from there. I guess we'll take it from Galinska. We'll take this main road real fast, double to Sitnik, and then double down to this other location, because I would like to cover this bottom half here, just in case we've got these crazy... I mean, maybe we do spawn down with the bears. I don't know. Okay, so let me... This is Galinska? Galinsky? This is the map that we use for the editor here, but this also tracks with the map that you could potentially find. So remember, things are definitely capable of changing, or there could be some additions that we're not aware of. But for the most part, if we get like the backbone of this, I think we'll be in a good place. I think, does it not show my, aren't I sitting like right here? Oh yeah, I am. Okay, so we're going to follow this body of water over to Sitnik. I just want to zoom in more for some more detail, because I know that's what I'm interested in as well. All right, here we go. Let's get some more elevation. And then we'll follow this body of water next to the road. Let me bring up the overlay so at least we can see what this city is. And we found that a lot of these pre-made structures down here, you'll notice, they're very DayZ. Also, quote-unquote, Arma, so I think a lot of those loot locations will follow that building type as well, which I will cover in another video, or I have already, depending on when and where you watch this. Trying to go fast enough and slow enough people can take stuff in. And again, any ideas or thoughts or places you want us to check, by all means, let us know in the comments below and also in the chat, depending on when and where you're watching it. All right, there's Sitnik. This is close to the edge of the map. I see the edge of the map up here by the cursor. And Sitnik looks actually quite juicy, but to the right here, if you follow these power lines, it should take you to the power plant. Hey, let me just make sure we're following the right road here. Yeah, we'll just follow the road down to this larger city. It's going to weave around a little bit, but it should give us a... Okay, yeah, actually, we followed the power lines, like I said before. Ah, it's beautiful countryside. And again, this shouldn't spoil anything. If anything, this will help you get a baseline orientation of the map, because this map is so big and there's so many pieces to it. Believe me, there's a lot more to explore, and there's stuff we're unaware of at this point. There's a power plant, and I think we just keep taking the squiggle lines all the way down. We're just going to cut across this field, but so many cool places. Like I said before, bring a compass, because the forest area looks insane as far as just getting lost in general. I think we touched base on this place last time, but it's got some military locations. Yeah, I figure if we cover these larger cities, no matter where that, I don't even know what to call it, the band where people spawn, whether it's the top, the bottom, the left, or right of the map, we should be ready if you kind of know where those major touch points are at. I'm under the impression that it's going to be along this water line, whether it's, you know, closer to the edge of the map, maybe. Maybe it's sporadically in these towns, maybe it's on the edge of the map, but yeah, at least we'll have an idea, right? But I honestly think it's going to be by these larger cities, but who knows? And with this being based off of the Arma map, a lot of this forest area could have a lot of additions to it. The terrain should stay the same for the most part, but there could definitely be new structures in here, which maybe it does point towards a southern spawn, and maybe we do start down here, and that's what quote unquote makes this a more difficult map, because you're spawning with bears right in your face. So. Anyways, let's keep moving, because I'm sure you don't want to hear me ramble too much. You want to see more of the map. And I get that. I do. All right, let me check the map again real quick, and we'll head towards Nadbor. We're going to follow this main line here. I think this is the satellite. If it is, we'll hit it and then come back to the main area. And we'll even hit the shooting range on the way over. Let me just bring it a little bit closer. That's one thing I forgot to do in some of the other ones. Oh, see, look at these. They're so big. Look at all these cities. You get more of that detail as you come in. I just want to make sure you guys can see it through the video/stream. Just leave it there for a sec while you guys soak it up, because this is the only information we know about it so far. Says, hi Jade, I'm from Scotland. How are you finding 105? How do we like it? 105 DayZ feels really good right now. If it translates well to the consoles, it's going to be a good patch for us. We're really just waiting on it. Alright, I think this goes towards Nadbor. Why am I already lost? Alright, we need to face this way. Okay. The road that has a dash line in it. Can you imagine just traversing through these trees? You're going to get so lost so fast. Map. And we're right here by the camera. We're going to keep going. Looks like there's a T-junction. We came from here. And we'll keep going towards Nadbor. I think we did pass. You know what? Let's back up a sec. Doubling back. There it is. There's that shooting range we saw in the video. Give it a quick once over because I think we flew over it the last time. And looks like there's military loot there, but all right, let's go back to the main road. Here. This is where we're heading. This is where we came from. Techno says, I really hope so. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, 105? It's going to be good. Okay, I'm already confused. Do we stay left? Oh, okay, yeah. So left to head towards Nadbor, which these would be the forest cities? For lack of a better term, that's what I'm calling it. Yeah, these are going to be hard reads. Like, look at these. I can't imagine trying to orient myself with the trees obstructing the silhouettes anyways, but my goodness. I'm curious to see what this is. Hang on, we're going to double back. This might confuse everybody, but I got to see. That's from the video too. We did come across this last time. It's like that industrial area, wasn't it? That maybe had the VS3, the truck. Interesting. We'll let that sink in for a sec. Haha. And you know what? We haven't even checked to see if there were caves. And let me show you the map real quick. We're sitting down here in this lower portion. We're going to go back up the road we just came from and go back to Nadbor again eventually. Getting distracted easily. We'll zoom back a little bit so you can see the main map here. Get it into view. And we're all the way down here, bottom center. We started at Galinska. Yeah, I guess there is this. I never noticed it before, this giant orange, like, floppy oval. Alright, let's double back before we lose our reference point, because I'm already getting lost myself. Head back towards the road we were traveling on. Just get up a little bit higher. So we came from this direction, and heading towards Nadbor. It's a very significant town, and it looks semi-elevated. Yeah, there's a lot to this town. Jeez. I think the military stuff. Well, it seems like a lot of the. Oh, yeah, this is a big one right here. I see military chunk right there. Boom. Big compound. We covered that in other videos. Looks like another set of barracks there. Again, if you're looking for specific spawn points, like, hey, where are all the garages, or where's the biggest cluster of garages? Again, throw it down there. These are always great ideas. Usually the best ideas come from our chat and our comments. People suggesting that during our raid test we tried grenades. I'm like, why did we not think of that? I'm jealous we didn't think of it. Now we're going to head towards, is it Polana? Here. And then once we get there, I don't really know. It kind of seems like a dead zone here. And again, this could be places where there could be potentially new structures because this is just Arma 3 contact. Livonia for DayZ is going to have some additional pieces to it. But this terrain and stuff should stay, for the most part, the same. There could be more bodies of water here. Maybe they decide to continue this whole river theme through here. And that would make, especially if we have access to boats, and I'm just spitballing here, that would create another pathway for people to travel. And almost like a highway where people maybe can be like, hey, are people come down the chute? Let's rob them. At least that's what I'm thinking. That's a nice juicy compound. Oh, you know what? I do see this satellite dish. Now this appears to be heavy with the military stuff. Oh, this is nice. Look at this. House with all these fences around it. Although with vaulting, not that secure anymore. Maybe the inside of the house. Here, let me double back. Okay. There we go. Let me go up higher. Let's see if we can head to the satellite dish. It's a military compound by the road. So we have an idea of where it's at. There's so many places. This is what leads me to believe that the southernmost part of the map is the higher tier loot area because potentially more difficult with the bears and these thick military zones like this. Big towers, structures, that kind of thing. But who knows? I mean, by the sheer fact of just the slight variations they can add to the map, making it a DayZ Livonia map, they could totally change it. So I could see it either way. So I just kind of want to give people the information that we do have at the moment. But for the most part, again, this map should be pretty useful. Alright, hopefully I can find my way back. And I'm not covering this one too much because I did fly over it on another video. Where did we come from in this hot mess? I think we came down. Look at these roads. Can you imagine trying to drive down these? No thanks. And there's Nadbor. So I just want to simulate us driving from Nadbor to the Polana. Let me get above Nadbor again. A lot of this is exploration that I'm doing at the same time. Techno says, and this new map, I'm wondering how it would play out with the bears. Shit myself with the wolves now. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be crazy. What's up, Grouch? Catch up on chat. Love your bush. Alright, Nadbor to Polana. Then we'll check the corner of the map. Then at least we'll have a good sweep through the southernmost forest. Going a bit faster as we've come through the bottom portion of this before. You know what's crazy is this takes us so close to the satellite. These weird chicanes down here. Pretty much on the apex, you just take a detour. I had to go back for myself because a lot of this is still extremely new. I don't think Polana is very populated as it stands now. As far as structures. Yeah, very tiny. As a matter of fact, this might be the first city I've seen with no military anything. Got the little church thingy there. And then I think this heads towards the edge of the map. There might be a few things down here. Let's go ahead and zoom in on the map. Like, what is this? Time bark? We'll check those real quick and just see what's up. That must be the satellite we hit. Yep. Like, I wonder what these are. These structures? Maybe. Like, what's this? Let's find out. Look at the advantage of just going up higher. There's so many ways you can get lost out here. My goodness. What is this? The cave? No? Yes? I got excited for a second. This even gets up hilly. Man, you could build out here in the middle of the woods as long as you had access to a car and you could drive out here. Psh, good luck. Nobody would find you. Kind of off the beaten path here, but I'm trying to find what some of those like weird. What's this? What is this? I've seen this before. What? This looks like a military structure of some sort. Oh, wow. This is filthy. It's the edge of the map, which is good for fortifications and buildings. Like a base location, right? Again, I don't know how the edge of the map's going to work. You got a hunter stand to hit. Now, as far as resources, it might be a little skimpy. Because of, like, I don't see any watering holes. But, like, what's this? It's like a parking lot. I'm sure a vehicle would spawn here. Right? I mean, it just reeks of that. Like a truck, maybe? Just saying. This looks awesome. Like, if you're just sitting up here. I don't know. I don't know how well this protects. Yeah, you can see the road. It's not terrible. It's not bad. I'm kind of glad we came out here. Let's take a look at the map again. Okay, so that's way out there. So yeah, let's check this little guy out. I think that was the rock formation we did see. Then we'll check some of the wooded areas here, and then we'll call it a wrap for the forest flyover, forest cities. That's crazy, and there's still so much more to find. More hunter stands down here. I wonder what kind of resources the bears are going to give us. I mean, obviously meat. Is it going to bring us more crafting? I don't know. Am I on the rock formation? I am. I am. Well, we already know you can harvest the stones to make all kinds of goodies. It says, is that the new fly aimbot cheat? No, this is the editor. This wouldn't be a bad place to post up either. Got a nice little bald spot to look over. If these are roads you would travel, it makes sense. Yeah, you can see all the way out there. Let's head back and check out what this is. And then maybe, I think we flew over the sawmill before. We just never really went deep in the forest. This is, okay, so my thought is, since it's based off of the Arma 3 map, and they're going to make some additions, I think some of those major additions will happen in this forest area. Call it a hunch. That must be the sawmill right there. Am I on that structure? I might be. No. The other one's over here. Oh, it's a little city. No, it's a house? Gee, look at that. That's like a wasteland of trees. It says, do you think there'll be underground military bases? I don't know, but it does seem like there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of military locations all over. Okay, this one looks good. If this stays as a water location, boom, right here. This will be a hot zone if you're in the middle of the forest. Looks like the power lines will be a good find too for orientation. Show it on the map. And we'll head towards the sawmill. Oops, sawmill. There's Polana. Nadbor up there on the right. Just to get a point of reference. Freaking wild, man. If I go a little bit higher, it doesn't seem like I'm whipping through here as fast. And there could be some more crafting and just things in general at this location, or this map in general, so interesting to see how that shakes out. Oh, I see garages right here. This must be the sawmill. And it is. Just show you what city it comes up into. Yeah, hard to say if the south is going to become the newbie zone or the high tier 4 zone for loot. Or a combination of the two, right? Ah, nice, garages. So, duly noted. Sawmill has garages. But at least we've covered this bottom portion of the map here, the forest section, or the southern half. More than likely, there'll be bears sporadically through the map, but I think the most condensed area of bears will most likely be in the forest region, as that's where bears hang out. Duh. So, yeah, we'll be doing some more of these run-throughs and stuff, but by all means, if you have any ideas, thoughts, comments, leave them in the comments below. And I do post daily DayZ content in my DayZ highlights playlist. And I don't know, I can't find it. There we go. Bingo. Anything DayZ 105 related coming for PlayStation 4 and Xbox will be blue text in there. And yeah, if you're into open world survival games and full grown men being idiots, consider dropping a subscribe and turn on those notifications if you want to see notifications for videos and for live streams. And we will be doing Star Citizen stuff soon, so hit us up on our Discord, also in the description below.